Honestly, were you guys expecting anything less?
No. Bobby, let them know, sis. Hi my loves, Rainbow Lady Girl from Around the Way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with some commentary on the highly anticipated, Bobby, I Love You Purr reunion part 1. This is on the Zeus network, y'all. Now let's just hop right into it. But before we do, make sure you subscribe to the channel, okay? Help a girl out. Help a girl out trying to make it, okay? Just gotta make it. Just gotta make it. All right, Trey Songz, remember that? Just to see the smile up on your face. Baby, just gotta make it. Just gotta make it. Anyway, y'all, let's just hop right into it. So, you know, Zeus gives us this cute little recap like they always do. We got some slow-mo intros of the guys coming in, you know, how their little editing production team does. So, we see Miss Mama and Crouton, you know, giving each other love and hugs and kisses and this and all this and all that. Crouton was a fan favorite. When I seen Crouton, I kind of remember, like, we really did like Crouton. He was very cute. Miss Mama's kind of like went away so quickly, I almost forgot. Like, I really kind of just forgot. So much drama has been circulating about these boys, okay? Since the finale has aired between Bobby and Jameson, who y'all know, we all know as Island Boy. Girl, Go Hard, it's just been too much to keep up with. So seeing Miss Mama's made me feel like, girl, who are you? And let's get to the real thing. The real tea. See Jameson and Go Hard, they're all talking and how do you feel about winning? And you know, Jameson is being funny. Bobby is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and all this. And I'm like, that's the double entendre because, you know, obviously he's a dark-skinned man. Is he the Cocoa Puff? Girl, no. He's like, no, we're no longer together. Go Hard was all like, oh, Go Hard and Island Boy were really giving, like they were already messing around with one another because the way Go Hard was just all into Island Boy at the time backstage, feeding into it. So you and Bobby not together, and you know, the twinkle in the eye, the extra, you know, baddie of the eyelashes and everything like this, it was just very apparent that they were already kind of engaged with one another. Now Bobby, Jameson said that they did have sex and it was only one time. After that he tooted and booted. But if y'all remember, he was just on the Armand Wiggins show and said that he only ate his butt. So I don't know, you know, it's probably some truth there. Who knows? The truth lies somewhere in between. I don't know why would he lie and say he ate his box, but didn't. You know, y'all know what I'm going. Anyway, so we see Andre / Rerun and Hercules. They're doing their own little thing. And Rerun, honestly, he still seems just so calm, cool, and collected. I kind of like him a little bit more now, believe it or not, because I didn't like him at all. We do know that Rerun, it came out that him and Bobby were never in a relationship together. They only just make content together, and he paid him to be a part of the show and this, that, and the third. So girl, it's just so messy. It's like, I want to review the show, but then after watching them air each other out on like the pre-reunion on Armand's show, it's just like, girl, it's just so hard to keep up. So I apologize if I keep going back and forth, but it has been revealed that Andre allegedly was paid to pretend to be Bobby's boyfriend. Girl. So anyway, Hercules is like, you know, I'm just sitting here chilling, making content. I'm no longer with my girlfriend. Soul is just like, you know what, I really don't regret not showing Bobby my phone. Soul would have been a good catch too. And we see Big Bird say he doesn't really have any issues with anybody, but however, there were some issues that came out of Miss Mama's, and he said he's gonna have to address that and he might, you know, Miss Mama's might get blended up. I'm like, okay, not blended up and fed to the big boy, because you know, whatever the case may be. So Miss Mama and Crouton were talking. It was like, girl, because you've been all over the blogs. And I'm like, where? I haven't seen Miss Mama on any of the blogs. I know that it was hella drama between Rail aka Savage and Dingaling, and Savage's new boyfriend. They were all content creators, aka new aged porn stars. And girl, maybe I have to do a separate video because I promise you my mind just keeps going back to something else. Colgate does say that he keeps in contact with Bobby and Roland Ray. He said, you know what, I really appreciate the opportunity that this platform gave me. I don't feel any type of way about how I was, you know, how I was portrayed on the show, which is rare, which is so rare. And Colgate is a really handsome man. He is cute as hell. And I think that we don't hear too many people often say that they like the way that they were portrayed and that they're still in contact with the people who they did a show with, a reality show at that. So kudos to Colgate for, you know, giving the girls their flowers, because that's what these reality stars, Joseline Hernandez, okay, case in point, always says that when these girls get on, or in this case boys get on, they always turn against the person's show who they came onto the platform to begin with. So that holds true with these boys here. Girl, this show was so good and it's been so messy. I'm glad that Bad Boys LA, Baddies LA, whatever, didn't even have a reunion, because this is gonna give a lot. So we see Dimitri sits down with Jason Lee. Dimitri says, oh, I'm so scared. Jason Lee's like, don't be scared, this is a safe space. Girl, Dimitri got Sukihana plaster on his shirt with a piece of tape. Like somebody just printed out some pictures from him to put it on his outfit. And you know, he was just like, well, why'd you leave? And he was just like, I just felt like I kept getting attacked for being me when they were the one attacking me. And Dimitri was like, I wasn't here to fight them, I was just only retaliating. And you know, whatever the case. And they talk about a little bit about his privilege, you know, whatever the case. And he was like, no, I feel like they were attacking me and I was here for Bobby, which I do feel like Dimitri was there to see Bobby and everybody else is there for their own motives. And that's what he said. Everybody was there for OnlyFans, everybody was there for clout, and I was there for Bobby. And it didn't pan out like that. Everybody kept attacking me and people were attacking Dimitri. This is why Roland Ray and Hot Wheels got into it, because Ray peeped it and was like, no, everybody's coming at Dimitri, but Roland Ray was the one, I mean, not Roland Ray, Hot Wheels was the one who started it with Dimitri. Now, I think Dimitri did throw something at Hot Wheels first. I don't remember exactly, but Hot Wheels got a lot of that stuff popped off with the house turning against Dimitri. Let's call it a thing. But anyway, y'all, let's move right along. Dimitri says he only came back because he wanted to see Bobby again, and Jason throws a little shade like, oh, so are you fashion ready? Mind you, he only had on like pastels, like a little Canes t-shirt and some cotton cargo shorts, girl. He's like, yeah, I'm ready for the reunion. And then we see Ray and Bobby. Now, Ray and Bobby, I mean, Bobby looks good. I liked Bobby's energy throughout the whole thing. Bobby was giving very much like, yeah, okay, yeah, this is my show. You get what I'm saying? He wasn't like backing down away from none of them hoes. And Ray, on the other hand, Ray, I feel like Ray's just happy to be there. And I'm happy that Ray's there. You know what I mean? Give Ray an opportunity. But y'all, if there was ever to be a reboot of Leprechaun in the Hood, Roland Ray. That's all I'm gonna say. Because, girl, I can't help it no more. Ray need to stop. I don't know what he need, but he needs something. He probably need Jesus. White Jesus. Anyway, Bobby is there and Bobby is just like, yeah, you know, I paid this rent. I was paying light bills, sending him Snickers and food and this and that. And Ray is just like, oh my God. You know what I mean? He's a liar, cheater, deceiver, heartbreaker, and I won't let you back in my life. So I'm taking. Y'all probably don't even know. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't even know about that. Anyway, Bobby is all hip about the handler. In Houston, they got the handler there for the reunion, which was one of the smartest moves that Zeus Network has made. And I really feel like the handler needs an opportunity to say his piece, because, you know, he was drugged through the mud. He was drugged through the mud when Jameson, Island Boy, was really just terrible. I'm sure he's a hoe. So we see Claudia and Jason Lee sit down, and Jason's, you know, fake trying to catch them up. I mean, not for nothing, the scene felt natural. There's some actors, but let me just say this here. I'm gonna say this right here. Claudia is a beautiful woman, okay? Make no mistake about it. Claudia is gorgeous, okay? And she has every right to still be in this industry, to do on what she does over there on Fox Souls and the Queens of Cocktails and this and that nature and da 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 da. We don't want Claudia. We don't want Claudia at the next reunion. We don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do y'all want Claudia at the next reunion? Drop down in the comments. And I'm not saying that she doesn't need to be like doing anything with Zeus, but with this situation, like, I just wanted to see someone else. I wanted to see somebody who's really in this lifestyle, who really understands the language and the lingo, who's gonna ask the hard pressing questions. Are you a top or a bottom? Are you a verse? What is it? You get what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like Claudia is beautiful, girl. She was wearing that gown. She was wearing that gown, and that leg that she hiked up with the little muscle definition. Claudia, I see you, baby. But listen, like, girl, I just feel like we need somebody else in that seat. And Jason, we know Jason gonna be messy, but we need somebody else. We need somebody else. We need somebody else. We need somebody else. Now, who? I don't know. I have some ideas in my mind. But Claudia, what y'all think? Let me know. Anyway, so Claudia, yes girl, no girl, we get it. Like, she's not even serving the demographic. Anyway, I'm gonna move off of Claudia. So we see Jason Lee, girl. We see him in this ill-fitting suit, and that is no shade. We know Jason Lee is a little bit of a hot topic right now with him dropping Kanye. Oh yeah, he did give a little bit of Kanye shade and Candace Owens shade, because you know Kanye and Jason Lee have split ways. I think that Kanye's fired Jason Lee. Anyways, so he's in this ill-fitting suit, girl, and he does his little package monologue, introduces Claudia again. Gorgeous woman. As he introduces Claudia introduces her side. The guys all come out, and when the guys come out, they don't speak to Jason Lee. Jason Lee is like, oh, that's okay, y'all only see Claudia. It's okay, because I'm going to introduce the people who came to win, and introduces his side, which just seems messy and unnecessary. Like, Jason, relax. So once the other side comes out, a fight ensues, child. It's I think Jameson ran up on Dimitri. I think it was just so weird. It was so hard to keep up with. Y'all know I have a hard time, like, who hit who, what was what. Like, y'all know them breakdowns be hard for me. Will showed up in his Balenciaga, girl. I said Howells was not playing. He did not come to play with you hoes. I love that he is, you know, he's in his situation, but he is not gonna let that slow him down with the fashions. I think that's so cute. Also, side note, everybody was showing up with their own little Hot Wheels, and Go Hard had on his Go Hard hoodie. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody done set up their little you know, Candlely store, whatever it's called, the fucking Squarespace, to peddle these little made to order you know, little shirts or whatever. And I'm not, listen, let me just say this, I'm all for us going into business and enterprising and things of that nature, but I just feel like, you know, just do something a little bit more outside the box sometimes. I know that Go Hard has a hair care line coming out, or whatever the case. I seen that. I'm not mad at it, but you know, capitalize on this opportunity. I guess that's what they call themselves doing, child. And Claudia leaves the because the fight was just so intense. She's just like, let me know when you're ready. And then, you know, it was just so much chaos that broke out, y'all. I just really cannot even keep up with like how much chaos was happening at the moment. Rel leaves because him and Dingling got into it over the new boyfriend of Rel. So they ain't fighting, not even over a Bobby. This is stuff that's happening off cameras. Like all of the Zeus Network shows, the reunion is there to just address the beef that's been happening on Instagram and Twitter. Rel, he looks good with his little yellow leather. He goes and he talks to his boyfriend and was like, I had to slide Dingling. Dingling hair looks good. It's all black. I'm not mad at it. Claudia was talking to her side like, y'all, let's just get through a couple of questions. Colgate was just like, you know what? What's so iconic is when I was your age, I had edges. And I'm like, listen, I stand for a Real Housewives of Atlanta quote. If y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all know, like, that is my guilty pleasure. I still watch that season. Like, when I get bored, when I'm just here chilling, relaxing, I want a good laugh, girl, when the Eddie kick in, I'm like, let me watch Real Housewives of Atlanta because it's just so funny to me. And Claudia ate that. She ate me the fuck up. And that bob, Nene came, that one line in the bob, something, what's wrong with a bob? Something, okay? That girl, she was like, no, your bob don't look like that. That bob was hyped up, girl, okay. So Miss Colgate had to let Claudia know how iconic and legendary that was, because it truly was. It was a moment, you had to be there. So Bobby comes out. First Roland Ray comes out, and the consensus seemed that the guys really liked Roland Ray. Like, he seemed like he got genuine love. Mikey, or AKA Crouton, came over and gave Roland Ray a hug, you know what I'm saying? Because he's obviously not in LA and he's in DC, whatever the case. And it was just so cute. I feel like they have real love for Roland Ray, you know? And they start off with, this is the first all gay show, dating show, whatever the case, on a black-owned network. And I'm like, well, what happened to that show For the Love of TT? Wasn't that a gay dating show? I don't know, child. He claimed he ain't gay, or whatever the case, whatever he say. Bobby comes out in his outfit. Now, Bobby gave us fashions. Bobby had some sickening looks. I did not like the shoulders. It felt like a costume, which I understand you have to, you know, wear costumes, but I just didn't like it. Gave villain. And he is not the villain, child. Them ninjas on that stage is the villain. I don't know. I didn't like the outfit, and I liked a lot of fashion choices Bobby had. He comes out, he got the men, you know, carrying him, walking, sashaying with him, giving him the shots of the Casamigos. Claudia was looking like, well, where were they at on the show? Okay, because that was my question. Where were they at on the show? And Claudia, you know, it was just cute. And Bobby, like, the energy was very much like, yes, Island Boy, you look good. And he was like, oh, you're such a fake hoe. Like, Bobby was like, oh, you were just waiting for a moment to say that to me. You're just waiting for a moment to say that to me. Bobby, Jameson storms off, and Bobby is like, yes, let's keep it going. He's not delaying production. We're still doing what we gotta do. And he was just very much like giving the energy of, this was my show. And then he sits down, and Jason Lee was like, are you drunk? Like, why would you ask this man? And that's what Bobby said, why would you ask me that? That was messy. Even if that is your good girlfriend, like, come on, sis. Why would you do that? You know what I mean? Like, that's like, you know, even if he is drunk, that ain't your place to be doing that. He was like, no, because you're not going to talk to me like I'm one of the cast. Well, then don't come to me like that's some shit that they would say. That's messy. Did you just have a bump? Like, nigga, bump. Like, why would you do that? I didn't like that. I didn't like that for Jason Lee. I didn't like that for Bobby. And they kind of like got into it. Jameson and them, they go into a screaming match. Bobby was in his face. Jameson was in his face. It was revealed on the Armand Wiggins show that Bobby put his hands on Jameson before, but Jameson did not look scared of Bobby at all. Girl, they talk about it. So when Bobby comes out, they're like, yeah, Dingling and Savage got into a fight. And I'm like, why are y'all getting into a fight? Because Bobby is kind of like, you know, lost at this point. Then, you know, Claudia was just like, I know y'all niggas wanna fight, and, you know, we just gotta get through a couple questions. I kind of felt the way, because, like, Claudia is really for the people, okay? She is really like a black person. But it just felt forced. I don't know, girl. We're gonna see the next week's episode is gonna be a lot of fights, a lot of things happening off. But it's like when one person fights, everybody starts fighting, and then I lose track. This was a good episode. If y'all get a chance, look at Armand's breakdown, because they had Rel calling in, they had Dingaling calling in. They was talking about the content and who penetrated and what. Girl, it's juicy. If y'all, it's long. So while y'all cleaning the house, y'all want to listen to something gossipy, check it out. That's all I got. Okay, make sure you like this video and subscribe. It helps me. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.